latest buzz in the entertainment world.
And of course, you know that means we're joined by Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz. Good morning, you two.
Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, we're bopping.
Yeah, we're bumping and we're bopping to this new song. It's good. Not that we thought it wouldn't be, but tell us about it. It's out now, the Brittney Elton collab.
Yeah, I had no doubt. So as we just heard, it's a play on Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer. It's already #1 in a lot of places, including the UK and US on iTunes. It's the first song that Britney's put out since 2016. And what's really cool is this is the first one since her conservatorship has ended. So you would think she has more creative control. She's probably making more money on it. And then people are very excited. I just got on TikTok literally 4 minutes ago, and Paris Hilton has already made a TikTok dancing to it, celebrating that Britney's back. And I think there's so many people that are just very excited for Britney in general. And I think it's going to be the new TikTok sound too.
I was about to say, wait, by a TikTok dance, you mean like a trend? Like is
She
this...
probably created one just in the last 5 minutes.
In the last 5
Well,
minutes,
I mean,
trending.
it's Paris Hilton. It's mostly just walking around a car. There's not a lot of really good moves that most of us can replicate.
It's probably
Yeah.
a
But she's
nice
like, I'm
car.
famous.
My own
So-
with a used Chevy in the parking lot.
Oh,
Okay.
real original. Thanks,
I'll
thanks,
walk around my
Paris.
Ford Escape and I'll post it online.
Oh,
I will not do that.
That's hysterical.
Well-
but not surprised that it's so popular already.
No, and it's such a redemption, I guess, for such a horrible time of Britney's life to come out with this with Elton John of all people. That's just
It really is. This song is an absolute bop. And you know what it's going to do? It is going to bring together the world. It is tying together 3 generations right here, because the younger kids are going to get behind this as a new age pop song. Our generation who grew up on Britney Spears is all about it because it's her coming out party from the conservatorship.
Right.
And then you have the Elton John cosign. Who doesn't love the song Tony Danza? Here we are in 2022.
It's true, though. There's a generational song. Tie it all together.
I know.
Everybody can get
the
along.
song to heal all wounds, to end all conflict.
That's
Thank
great.
you, Elton, Brittney.
I don't want to get too
And
distracted.
even if it was terrible, it would have done really, really well, because think about the fact that people took vacation days to stand outside of a courtroom with sparkly signs to free Britney. They're totally going to spend the money to buy it, you know?
You know it.
Regardless of what the song sounded like, it was going to be a success.
Absolutely.
totally.
And I don't want to get too distracted and run out of time here, but earlier in the week, it was us 4 on the show on Monday, and we were talking about Jay and Silent Bob, and we gave you some movie recommendations,
Yep.
talking about the generational gaps here.
Yeah.
Did you do your homework? Did you watch any Jay and Silent Bob movies?
I watched the first half of Dogma on YouTube because it's
Dogma?
not streaming
Those were not
anywhere else.
the... What did we suggest? We said Clerks, we said Mallrats,
Clerks,
and this is what we
Mallrats.
get.
Well,
Jay and Silent Bob Straight Back would have sufficed.
Dogma has Alanis Morissette in there. I just cannot
All right.
pass her up. She plays
All right,
God.
Well,
picked
more
the
homework needs to
absolute
be done.
Worst movie.
We'll follow.
Well,
we'll
if I'm
follow
starting
up.
at the
We'll follow
worst,
up.
it's only up from here. Changing the subject, Olivia Wilde is recounting what everyone I think could see or acknowledge was just horrible and disrespectful and just nasty of when she was served custody papers at CinemaCon.
Yeah, she was up on stage, and a strange person just came up, handed her an envelope. She was very calm as she read it, put it back in, and was like, and then continued on. But, she said it feels like it was a violation because that's her at her workplace. It would be like if anybody else got served at work. But then when you add on top of it, she was very uncomfortable because of the security risks. There was supposed to be barricades, officers, people getting COVID testing, and some random person was able to just come up and serve her these papers. And as somebody that is a huge fan of Ted Lasso, I never thought he had it in him. I know that's not really who he is, but still, Ted Lasso would never.
I don't know if that obviously this is a custody battle between her and Jason Sudeikis, and I don't. That's not really under his control, right? Like he didn't ask for that to happen that way, did he?
Yeah, he said that he would have never let that happen if he knew that was what's going to happen. He wasn't behind it. But people, when they're serving papers, they kind of have to sometimes get creative. And especially if you are somebody so super famous like Olivia Wilde, how are you going to find him to serve the papers?
Yeah.
So he found a public place, and
That's tough.
embarrassed
That's
her.
a tough scene. That's a tough scene.
I mean, I know if my ex-wife served me papers at our morning show over here, I probably wouldn't be able to carry on with the rest of the show.
I'd film it for TikTok.
Thank you, Liz.
I mean, I would love to be served papers to find out that I'm a mother live on TV. But
well, I mean, she knew she was a mother.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if I were to get custody papers, that would be the bigger shock. Would be
Oh, like if it happened to you, like right now, somebody
Yeah.
just came up and was like, oh, that would be wild. That would
Yeah,
be
I
wild.
know.
That would be a good thing. Usually when they serve papers, it is not in those circumstances.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
well,
true.
well, I'm glad she's talking about it now. Hopefully she can heal from this. It's just disrespectful is the only word I have to
Yeah,
say
it was a
about
bizarre.
Hopefully they put more safety precautions in place in the future to make sure that the people that are speaking and that are up on stage can't just be approached by some random person.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, she was on stage. It's not like she was down with the crowd, and they found a way to get up there. So
Yeah.
fascinating. But you know what? I think the vibe of the weekend as we head in on this Friday is the new "Hold Me Closer" with Elton and Brittney. I think
Yeah,
that
we
will
should
be
have
on
ended with
loop
that one.
this weekend.
Hold me
All right, guys, we'll see you on
I'm
Monday.
with it.
All right, bye, friends.
All right,
Take care, guys.
Bye. And you can listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.